Boy, guys, I don't know what on earth has happened, man. I don't know what on earth has happened, bruh. Yo, this is crazy, bro. My connection just stopped on me, bruh. Guys, I sorry about that, but I really cannot tell you what exactly happened. Are we back, guys? Are we back? Let me just wait for a little for you guys to enter yet again. But I cannot tell you what happened there, to tell you the honest truth. I cannot tell you what happened here, guys. Yo, that was crazy. My internet was on, but it seems like the internet for some reason just stopped. Bruh. Let me just wait for you guys to enter yet again, man. Yo. That's crazy, bro. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This is the first time this has ever happened to me, man. The very first time this has ever happened to me. I'll share this stuff again. Yes, guys, sorry about that. I'll put the live in the description of the other one. Let me just wait for you guys to come in. For some reason the thing just stopped, man. That's very strange. I don't know what happened, guys. I don't know what on earth happened. Oh, let me share this one. Bruh. Yo. Somebody trying to work a somebody say somebody trying to work a zombie. Well, zombie doesn't work here, brothers and sisters. Zombie doesn't work here. You see me? Are you guys in the building again? Let me know that in the live chat, guys. We're going so well, eh? I don't know. I gotta link everything. Yes, guys, live viewers, appreciate that. You guys can click the thumbs up button on this one as well. Definitely do so as well, man. Okay. We're not going to let the devil set in traps, man. Don't you fall for it. Hey. We know devil can't stop us, boy. Yes, guys. You guys in the building? Let me see where you guys at. Okay. Yeah, guys. I don't know what happened. Dana, big up yourself. Good evening to you as well. Dana, where are you watching from? Right there. And Dale McLaurin, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. The devil trying to set traps, man. But don't you fall for it. I'll have to link both videos, man, because I was like talking, I'm like, why is this thing not moving? And then for some reason, my router just stuck. It just stuck, guys. Yes, guys, 25 of you guys in the building. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button. I would appreciate that right there, guys. We're going to wait for like 2 or 3 more minutes for more folks to come in, and then we're going to start back again right there. St. Thomas Massive, big up yourself. So we had Grenada in the building. We had St. Martin in the building. We had Martinique in the building. We had Bronx in the building. We had, who else? I'm not sure. There was some silent. There were Antigua in the building because I know a particular person that was there. And now we have St. Martin in the building. During the World Korea Music Festival, guys, I met individuals all the way from Australia who watched the videos right there, man. I thought that was rather impressive right there. We worldwide brothers and sisters. People in Africa are watching. People all over the place. Originally from La Plaine. Okay, big up yourself one time. Right there. La Plaine Massive. It'll be also very interesting to find out how many people, you know, when last have they visited Dominica. That's also another interesting one right there. So, yeah. Anyways, guys, so is the 3 minutes up? Okay, we have probably like 30 seconds remaining. We're just gonna continue that right there. I was gonna skip straight to the speeches, but I realized that there's some more stuff right there. That's very interesting. Internet smooth streaming. My thing is good, man. YouTube tripping on its own. Let me put up the stream. Maybe that should help. Okay, guys, let's continue right there.
Even if it is a government's project.
Okay, well, people may dress how they wish to dress.
Correct.
See, you have your
I
beautiful.
see somebody I know. By the way, guys, earlier on I was thinking maybe a lump of I was thinking to go, you know, brothers and sisters. Like I indicated before in the reaction, I was actually talking about going for some snacks and stuff. They tend to have some really nice snacks. I don't know if, you know, that was the case. Things are going bad in the country. Look, right now we don't even have sugar. Somebody was telling me earlier today that they're having groundbreaking ceremony and it's still not sugar. That's crazy. So maybe they were drinking juice without sugar. I don't know. But at least they tend to have some nice sandwiches and stuff there. So I was thinking of going and, you know, basking in some sandwiches, man. But that's a whole other story.
Beautiful color.
Right there.
Is that your favorite color? And I have.
You're talking about red.
Site at this development site here in the palm tree.
Why was he promoting red like this? Earlier on, he indicated that it was for everybody. So an open invitation for everybody. Now he's pretty much promoting red and these kind of things. I mean, we talk about unity. That's not the case at all.
Been in the making for over the construction. People have
Guys,
been
I'm
speaking
skipping
of,
through this
governments
thing.
have been speaking of wanting to have an international airport. Finally, it is here.
Yeah, so it has a. It has
It's not here yet, sir. It's not here yet at all. It's coming, but it's not here yet.
been a dream for so long.
Well, that's what they say. We don't know if it's coming or not.
Do you think that quite a number of people would have probably lost hope, given up as to having seen this day? You think people would have given up on this?
Like many things, sometimes you put faith in men and sometimes men disappoint. Not that they really would like to disappoint.
Glad for you.
But to secure funding, to secure finance, to get the right location, all of these things need to be taken into consideration. And you just heard from the master of ceremony.
Okay, guys, best we skip forward because we're not going to stay there whole day.
Better things in future in store for you. Brothers and sisters, God is in control really. And with a deep sense of humility, we bow down our heads to God, the Almighty Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Amen, brother.
God, we thank you for the gift of humanity and good human relationship as you started it by yourself by sending down Jesus Christ, your only Son, John 3:16.
Amen.
And down
That is definitely. Oh yeah, that's what it says for real.
the pink goodness
and Prels Carif Astis and the spouses, excellent secretary
There's introduction she's giving.
and
My brother, what? Anyways.
reports to Leslie, and to the groundbreaking and the site blessing ceremony for the construction of Dominica's International Airport. Today's ceremony marks a significant milestone in the construction of the International Airport, a project that will result in improved connectivity, trade and investment opportunities, and economic progress, starting right here in Wesley, Woodford Hill, and Palm Tree, and extending across Dominica. To get us really started, I now invite the parliamentary representative for the Wesley constituency, Honorable Fidel Grant, who will deliver welcome remarks as well as opening remarks.
Okay, that's what Uncle.
Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, Baptist, Honorable Den, Your Excellent Relations Director of MMCE, Permanent Secretaries, guests, members, with a deep feeling of privilege and honor to welcome you, those present, to a constituency. We cannot boast of hot springs or waterfalls. We cannot boast of having freshwater lakes, black sand beaches, or treasures like the T2 Gorge. Surely in Woodford Hill, we have the most beautiful white sand beach. We have the Pan Lake, to which I invite all of you here this afternoon to visit. Surely we are an intelligent people, hardworking, a loving people. We take pride in keeping our communities clean and beautiful. But ladies and gentlemen, we can now boast that this community, Wesley, is home of the long-awaited, the most talked about, the International Airport. We are making it possible for the most transformative project which will provide opportunities beyond our mere imagination. And for that, on behalf of the government and the people of Dominica, I want to express sincere thanks and gratitude to my dear constituents, the people of Wesley, Woodford Hill, and Palm Tree. Your cooperation, your understanding.
Guys, is the video choppy? Is it like, is it choppy? Let me know that in the comments, guys.
Your unwavering support thus far has made this possible. We truly appreciate you. You are the true patriots of Dominica. Some of you have asked me whether or not the airport being in Wesley will truly benefit Wesley. My answer to you is yes. Yes, certainly the airport will bring opportunities to the doorsteps for generations to come. My answer to you is yes. This international airport will transform our communities from a rural country area to a commercial hub. But we must prepare ourselves. I want to sound the call to you that we must begin to put our business in order. I want to remind us of the famous saying by an American author, Zig Ziglar, who said, success occurs when opportunity meets preparation. I want to repeat that. Success occurs when opportunity meets preparation. I call on our farmers to expand your crops.
Are you calling on the farmers to expand their crops when you guys literally just destroyed the agricultural basin in Wesley? The place you guys are building, the international airport, is actually the place where farmers were complaining that you guys are taking the land. So you want them to expand their crops, but you took their land away. It's another thing where you actually, there's something rather interesting as well. Individuals who tend to have acres of land, I'm guessing that they paid the individuals for the acres of land, or they paid them for the house that they were staying in. Because I know a number of persons did not get their funds yet. And that's another thing. We have groundbreaking ceremony for which the government put money towards this. This is not for free, you know, guys. They put money towards having this stuff there. And that's probably like $20, $30, $40, even $50,000 to do these things. And people have not gotten paid yet. So I think that is a problem that you guys probably need to address right there.
The plantains, the green bananas, the avocados, soursop, cocoa, and coffee. I call on you, the National Employment Program interns. This airport can transform your lives for the better. If you prepare and position yourselves, you can become the entrepreneurs.
I'm guessing what we're looking at is the runway region of the airport. The runway region of the airport.
And the leading business men and women of the Northeast. Your flowers. Start supplying the local market such that in a few years you can expand to the international markets.
Yeah. We're talking about international market. To me, if I recall, the Prime Minister was saying that he's going to be finding the markets for agriculture. And Antigua apparently found the markets for our agriculture because they then turn in our plantain into plantain chips and they call it Antigua plantain chips. And they selling it two different markets on the international spectrum. Why haven't we done this when it's our plantain that they're actually using? We can sell the plantain as well as the plantain chips and call it Dominica plantain chips. But if Antigua then wants, they can then put a monopoly on the plantain of Dominica, saying, hey, that is our product. This is our plantain chips. We have already, copyrighted it, so to speak, as Antigua plantain chips. And then Dominica cannot have plantain chips in itself because if it produces it, it's the same materials. And then that can have a conflict of interest right there. I don't know. Let's continue.
I call on the CMOS farmers. Prepare and plan. CMOS in its raw form.
How on earth you destroy an agricultural place and now you're talking about agriculture? Let's move on, guys, because I myself, Mr. Not Serious. You destroy the agricultural place and talking about farmers doing agriculture. You destroy the agricultural place to put the airport. When United Workers Party actually had a place where agriculture was not being done in that area, from my understanding, it was a nice flat area, a reasonably flat area, and you guys did not use it. So that says a lot.
Of our farm roads.
He's still talking about farm roads.
To the school children, teachers, and parents, this international airport will give you opportunities that my generation and generations before me did not have.
By the way, guys, I would appreciate if you guys click the thumbs up button for me right there. Like I indicated before in the previous one before my internet sucked. To try to help push these videos, you just click the thumbs up button right there. You don't have to do much. Just click the thumbs up button for me while we are live. And it goes further and further out there. For the individuals already on board, it'll also indicate to them that we are definitely back right there.
This government has a strong policy on education. Our one university graduate per household has benefited numerous families in the Wesley constituency.
Yeah, but they come back to Dominica and they don't have jobs. They then have to leave Dominica to go overseas to get jobs. What is the point of that in the first place? If you're paying for somebody to go overseas to study, the person comes back, it doesn't have the jobs or doesn't have the adequate pay that they will get for the kind of degree that they have, then they have to leave to go to make some other country better. For example, St. Kitts. A lot of Dominicans are leaving Dominica, going overseas to study, come back to Dominica, not find jobs, then go into places like St. Kitts, Grenada, St. Lucia, Antigua. Antigua now is becoming a hub where a number of Dominicans are wanting to go because Antigua wants to compete with the luxury department in the Caribbean. Not just the normal folk, brothers and sisters. They are catering to luxury people right now. That's why they created the Barbuda International Airport. So,
just within the last 5 years, as your PAL rep, I have made it possible for over 20 young people to attend university with full financial support. They have earned bachelor's and master's degree, and they do not have a student loan.
Please let us know, where are they? Are they involved? What exactly has happened with the degrees?
I am sending out a call to you today to prepare yourselves, to come back home and help build Wesley, help build Dominica.
But why would they come back home when there's more money outside there that actually pays them for the degrees? There's a particular individual I know, her friend was in States working for the year that she can actually work in a company. It was over. They apparently didn't file for her then, or whatever system didn't go through for her. She came back Dominica doing pretty much the same job. And then after a while, probably like about, I think probably 5 or 6 or 7 months after, they did some follow-up. I guess there was a position open for her. And they did some follow-up for her. And they found out what she was getting paid. And they said, and they filed for her. Today she's back in the States. Today she's back in the United States, man. Because, so what would be the point to come down to Dominica to make mediocre salary? Can you imagine back in the day, brothers and sisters, the government of Dominica did not want Clay Harbor to pay the Dominica citizens in US. You know why? Because they feared that the ministers and the other individuals who worked in the government department, I guess the secretaries and whatsoever, would leave the jobs because Clay Harbor would then be paying more than them. So doesn't that tell you how low the salaries in Dominica actually are? Or actually is? I mean, matter of fact, we don't even have sugar in Dominica. That tells you something right there.
My desire is to see that the people of Wesley, Woodford Hill, and Palmtree are equipped to get jobs at this international airport. The engineers, the managers, the air control staff, mechanics, the HVAC technicians, the plumbers, and the list goes on. Over the next few years, we'll identify a core group of students at all levels to do targeted training programs at different skill levels.
Hopefully, targeted skill levels to pay them adequately at the airport. That's a good thing, no doubt about it, where you target the students, send them to study so that they can come back and actually get a job in the international airport. But it is the pay that is the issue here, paying them adequately. It must compete with the other Caribbean countries in as much as doing so that will cause them to stay in Dominica and not leave. Like I indicated before, brothers and sisters, all the nurses I knew in Dominica, all of them that I personally knew have left Dominica. Every single one of them.
Since becoming your PAL rep, I have supported the hiring of several young people at various positions at the Douglas Charles Airport. Presently, a number of persons have applied and are waiting interviews. We are preparing them to take their place at the international airport.
Well, that's nice. A little training, just like the NEP program. But keep in mind, I mean, what he's saying there makes sense to a certain level. However, it's the practicality of it. Okay, you're training them to move them to another field. Just like they study about the NEP program. They train you so you can go in another field. Is that or was that the case?
Look around you. You can already see the layout of the runway. We are ahead of schedule. The airport is taking shape.
How can you be ahead of schedule when Skerrit said that in 2025 it was supposed to be built? Skerrit, that said that way. Skerrit said the airport will be built no longer past 2025. 2025 is next year. So how you are ahead of schedule? On which schedule are you talking about?
From our constituency, Wesley, we have over 50 young people who are presently employed with MMCE and CR5. The main security firm for this project is owned by one of our very own individuals. With this firm, we have over 30.
So you call the name, but you're not calling that person's name. You call MMCE and CR5, but you're not calling the other one's name.
32 young people employed from this constituency.
$52 young people. And I wonder, these guys, are they visiting Dominica? Who are these people? Because I saw a set of Chinese and people there. And they have the black people at the back. So who are these people?
We have constructed 31 lovely homes at Joburton for those we relocated. In most cases, the owners were allocated more land than they previously owned at Edith Road.
They can be given more land than previously owned, but it could also mean on the basis of the value of the land. Because if the value of the land is less, then obviously you have to give them more land. Because if they're in Wesley and the value, brothers and sisters, it's interesting, you know. Quality versus quantity is a vast difference, you know. You can give them more land, but is more land worth less than the... Okay, we're back. Is it more in terms of quality than receive? Anyways, guys, let's continue right there. I have to switch this thing over.
A number of homeowners have received their certificate of titles. The Attorney General Chambers has assured me that they are working assiduously to complete the balance of these titles. Within the next few weeks, we should commence installation of street lights and beautification at Joburton. We are also on schedule to construct 12 one-bedroom apartments to assist with the relocation of persons at BrBpTV. Within the past 2 years, this government has paid in excess of $35 million in compensation for home and other property owners. This is at least 80% of the total homeowners.
Wait. 35 million. And I'm hearing that there's 1.6 billion. 35 million has been paid to a number of individuals. Obviously, we know a lot of people still haven't gotten their land because I actually did a reaction on that, and a number of persons were still on the land, and the Chinese were working around their houses. There's still a number of houses that the Chinese are working around. And there are still people who have houses have been broken down and they still haven't gotten paid yet. I know this particular situation of one particular person, and they did not get their funds yet, but they wanted them to break down their house. And they were like, not today. No, we have to give us our title. You have to give us our area and all these things. You have to allocate this stuff for us to move, because you're not moving us, taking our properties, and they're not giving us titles. This is why some of the individuals are saying we are not moving until we get our titles. We are not moving until we get our funds. And that makes sense, because where are you going to put them? They're going to stay with their auntie? Their auntie. Okay then.
To be compensated. In recent months, I have been receiving calls from potential investors. They are looking to purchase land 3 and 5 acres upwards for the development of supermarkets, boutique hotel, tour operations, just to name a few. I want to assure you, the people of Wesley, the young people, that you will be given priority to own a piece of Wesley.
Okay, guys, there's a number of you guys in the building right now. I see 85 of you guys are here. Please click the thumbs up button for me. I would appreciate that right there. Let me see. Juanita Prince saying a whole country, 50 people. Yeah, I agree. The truckers themselves had to have a big strike, not a strike, a protest on the road for them to at least carry cement. Chinese self finding themselves in accident, carrying cement. The truckers in Dominica had to be fighting for that. 50 Dominicans in the country employed for an international airport. International airport, groundbreaking, all these kind of things need to happen. 50 people from Dominica. Focus with Fido in the building. Okay, big up Focus with Fido. Focus with Fido, where are you watching from? Focus with Fido is saying good night to everyone. But brothers and sisters, don't forget to click the thumbs up button for me, please, as well in that regard. Let's continue.
We have a total of 140 lots at BrBpTV. Recently, I was able to secure approval and allocation of 10 lots for young persons within the constituency of Wesley.
Well, you know what a lot is?
I urge the young people to apply.
Well, I mean, if you don't have the stuff, then yeah. Oh, you're from Dominica. Which part in Dominica are you watching from?
For these residential lots, they are in a prime location and are being sold at very concessionary rates. To our small business owners, you will need to expand. You will need to improve on your
I think it's Dowasco that was there.
services. The government has made available monies at the aid bank at a very concessionary rate of 2%.
Of course. I never even going to get into that business there. Even Scared had to come out and say, aid bank, what's going on? What's the hold up? They had that boy. Didn't they have the kind of thing for businesses, brothers and sisters? How many businesses actually benefited from this aid bank situation, man? I don't know.
I know that some of you have already been approved and is receiving funds from the aid bank. We look forward to continue working with you.
I hope so.
We need to improve our restaurants. We need reliable and increased taxi service. Tour operators, Airbnbs will be in great demand. We must be the first option here in Wesley.
But we have hotels, and all these hotels are empty. I'm guessing you probably need traffic to come in via international airport. That's good, but we extend the airport, which I think what should have been done. The Menville airport should have been extended a long time ago to allow bigger planes to come in. This is why I think is it United Airlines or JetBlue or whichever brothers and sisters will be flying from Newark, New Jersey, straight to Dominica. So we have straight flights from Miami to Dominica, and of course, straight flights from Newark to Dominica. In February, that's gonna happen. So I'm guessing they're preparing for Carnival. Is it? When is Carnival? Because to me, it's February 15, they say. And to me, Carnival is before that. So apparently, the straight flight is gonna be coming after the Carnival, which, well, that's to tell you, is not really the Dominican people who are in charge of this stuff. It is the people overseas who are saying, okay, let's see if we can make a little something happen. It's not Dominica, obviously. It was Dominica. They say, hey, make sure you come before the Carnival season so people can fly in and then fly back at their home to ensure that they reach their job on time. Yo.
As I close, I want to urge you.
Okay, he's closing, guys. Let's move on. Let's move on. We don't
The
have...
Benefit Airport.
Okay.
Commonwealth of Dominica and Mrs. Carrot,
Who's
Honorable
Mr.?
Joseph Isaac,
Roland,
Speaker of the
okay.
House of Assembly, Your
Minister of Agriculture. My brother did destroy the agriculture and you come in and speak there, boy.
Lordship Justice,
What you can
Parliament, Father Paul, Ms. Angel Joseph. Today, we big ground on a project that lays a foundation for Dominica that is sustainable, resilient, and prosperous. As the Minister for Agriculture, Fisheries, Blue and Green Economy, I stand before you filled with pride and optimism. With this international airport, we embrace a new era where the hard work of our family.
My brother, it's like optimism. Nothing wrong with optimism, you know, brothers and sisters. But they're talking like the international airport has just finished build. The airport don't finish build. We don't even know when it's going to finish build. By the way, guys, when do you guys actually ask this question earlier on in the previous, before my internet went down? But can you guys let me know, when do you think the international airport is going to be built? And please, guys, don't forget to click the thumbs up button. There are 81 of you guys in the place right now. So please click the thumbs up button for me. I would appreciate that right there. Every time I come back on this thing, I see you guys who click the thumbs up button. I'm coming back to say click the thumbs up button. Click the like button, guys. And of course, focus with Fido, definitely in Coptol, but from Wesley, okay, I feel you. Hopefully you have a house in Wesley now. Hopefully they pay you for your house. You from Wesley. Hopefully they pay you for your house. I'm just saying, I don't know. You don't have to say that, but you know, let's continue.
Reach beyond our shores, nurturing the world with the quality produce that comes from Dominica. This is an opportunity for Dominica to share the fruits of our rich, sustainable land.
I don't understand these things, you know. You guys just destroyed the agricultural area. You just destroyed that to put the international airport. And you're talking about agriculture. Which world I be in there now? Which world I be?
An international airport brings with it so many possibilities. It will be an engine of growth that unlocks our full potential.
So Dale McLaurin saying 2030 he believes the international airport will be built. That's what I said in the Mr. Lex Reacts channel, guys. When do you think the international airport is going to be built? What year?
As an stronger position to strengthen trade, boost tourism, and create countless opportunities for our people. The positive impact will ripple across our communities, extending deeply into the agricultural sector. This airport will open fresh avenues for agricultural established in Dominica.
Why are they talking about agriculture? They keep talking about agriculture over and over and over. And I'll keep mentioning, you guys destroyed the agricultural area of Wesley and talking about agriculture? Oh, somebody saying, Google say Carnival is 3rd of March. Okay, well, if that is the case, then we can definitely, then that will be on time right there. So that's a good thing. Kudos to the individuals that made it possible right there. So hopefully you have more people coming into Dominica. I was actually talking to a Trinidadian and he's talking about the product. He said now is the time for Dominica to actually capitalize on Carnival, the season of Carnival, because he's saying that a number of complaints have been had of the different events and stuff that has been happening, and Dominica should actually capitalize. He told me that when I was in St. Kitts for the music festival, that of course he was actually in Dominica for the World Career Music Festival as well. It seems like their team tend to come in to do a number of things across the Caribbean, something similar to what I do but for vlogs, and they come for production wise and stuff. So you know, he was saying that that would be the time for Dominica to actually elevate on the Carnival product, on their Carnival product. But the question here is, does Dominica, well, from what I've seen so far, it looks like the Carnival product is actually elevating in Dominica. The music is something wrong there. But, you know, because nasty business, they want to be running a whiff and so forth. Back in the day, it was a bit better, but I don't understand why they keep promoting that kind of thing. Another person, Nickel Samuel, is saying Carnival is March 3rd and 4th. 3rd and 4th. Okay, so, okay, that's good. That's good right there. Let's continue, guys.
As a vital contributor to the global food supply, where our premium quality products meets the world demand. Our fresh produce will reach more people in more countries, fostering stronger relationships with regional and international buyers.
Guys, I have a problem. I have a problem. Let's move on. You're talking about agriculture and they destroying the agricultural place.
For exports.
Exports.
This is particularly applicable for tropical fruits, such as bananas, mangoes, pineapples, avocados, and papayas, which will arrive.
Guys, am I the only one that find this strange? Am I the only one that find this strange, man? Because the first speaker spoke about agriculture. This one is talking about agriculture, and you destroy the agricultural field. You destroy it for it to make up international airport when there were other areas you could actually use for the international airport without actually destroying the Wesley people's farmland. So are the Wesley people gonna be relocated to areas where they can actually do farming as well? That's a question I think that should be asked right there. It's one thing when you uproot the people, take them out from the agricultural lands, take them out from their homes and stuff, and you take over the land. Okay, great. Are you gonna give them lands and areas where they can actually do agriculture as well? They can continue as well. And it's another thing to uproot the crops. It's another thing for you to plant crops, and then how long will the crops take to grow? If you have to plant an orange tree, it's not today you're going to get orange tree, you know, or oranges. If you plant the orange tree, it's going to take about 3, 4, 5, 6 years before you get orange. So that's another aspect as well. And I don't think they looked into this at all. Focus with Fido. If the international airport will all of a sudden improve the economy in the country, then we need to strengthen critical growth factors in our country. You speaking facts. It is the growth factor of Dominica that can actually help the very international airport. You know, it takes a lot to maintain an international airport. The very secretary himself indicated that to us. At one point in time, he said it doesn't make sense to build an international airport because an international airport takes a lot to maintain. But we need the growth factors to actually contribute to maintaining the international airport, and we don't have the growth factors at all. We have the construction industry, like I always indicated before, but the construction industry is being handled by who? The foreigners. To the point where it's alleged that one of the foreigners who was handling the construction sector decided to give Skerrit them, it's alleged, to give them the very house that they are staying in, that they are now charging Dominicans $64,000 a month to stay in. But what I don't know, no? I don't know. But you are spot on. Richardson Dick. Tell them fix those feeder roads. Yes, that's another thing as well. They keep talking about agriculture as if they're doing so much for agriculture. I will never forget the budget of 2023, where they allocated $15 million for agriculture, brothers and sisters, and the people use less than 10% from my understanding. No, they use less than, I think it's 1.9 million out of the $15 million, you know, 1.9 or 2.9 million. That is obviously more than 10%, but they didn't use the full $15 million, but you're talking about agriculture. They're promoting agriculture right now, brothers. I mean, they're promoting it right now, and they're destroying the agriculture. Yo, you have the markets. Does Dominica have the markets for agriculture, brothers and sisters? I was actually having a conversation yesterday about that very agriculture, and the person was telling me about, you know, there are certain factors in Dominica when it comes down to agriculture that are not being met. And he said that Dominica is underproducing for agriculture to meet the markets in Dominica. He said that, and he had a point here and there, but on the basis of actually bringing in foreign exchange into Dominica, it's one thing to circulate money within the country, but when you bring in that money from overseas to Dominica, which is why I think more exports should be had overseas coming into the... No, our exports should be from Dominica going out. We shouldn't be importing stuff. And you guys are not taking care of the agriculturalists or the farmers, and then you guys are talking about agriculture as if that's something that you guys have been pushing. Come on, man.
On the North American and European markets at the peak freshness.
Have you guys ever entered inside there or tell the Dominicans, hey guys, this is a market that we can actually look into? You guys saying, okay, in the international market, we can go into these things. Great. What have you guys done to foster some sort of agreement that Dominicans can participate in the international markets for agriculture? I mean, boy, Jano.
I'm also optimistic that the high-value items like cocoa, spices, and essential oils from bay leaf and vetiver could see increased interest. We have seen that crops like...
Could see increased interest. An international airport is coming into Dominica. You're not talking about the movement of agriculture, no, brothers and sisters, because we can actually do these things right now. We can do it right now, just like Kamala. Kamala can do what she talk about she want to do if she come in. She can do it right now. Scary them can do it right now. But they're not doing it. They went to wait for international airport.
like turmeric and ginger also have potential in the global market.
You forget another thing, we? You forget another thing. Dominica coffee. Dominica coffee is considered a luxury item. And you have foreigners coming in to try to help the locals try to push it, and the government is not doing anything about it. How do I know? I had an interview with one of the individuals who's definitely coming to Dominica to try to push this stuff. And they're not doing anything about it. Look, Antigua is trying its best to get into the luxury market with Barbuda. They're trying to turn Barbuda into a luxury item like bats and bats. They're trying their best to do this. Dominica has a luxury item called coffee, brothers and sisters, that has been rated on with the tops of across the world. And they say if you look into doing things a bit better, it can actually become the best. But they're not doing nothing about it. They're waiting for foreigners to do all the work, and then they'll come and say, hey, let's do this. Just like the plane coming to Dominica, the American Airlines plane coming, and they come in and cut rebound, and hey, like they do something.
Not forgetting new opportunities for processed and value-added goods, such as coconut oil, chocolate, cocoa powder, cassava flour, and fruit juices.
You talk about chocolate, brothers and sisters. What has happened with the chocolate by Red Rock area? We have a chocolate factory in Dominica. Brothers and sisters, tell me truly, have you ever seen any Dominica chocolate on Dominica shelves? Have you seen that? I've gone to Grenada. I've seen Grenadian chocolates. Even in the airport has Grenadian chocolates. Have you ever seen any Dominica chocolate on any shelf in Dominica ever? Let me know that, brothers and sisters, because I myself have never seen it.
These are all examples of products with strong international appeal.
Great. We know that. You guys have done absolutely nothing, but you're waiting for international airport. Anyways, guys, too much talking here. Let's continue. Hey, Charles Savre there, man. Hey, Charles Savre, Sabo, what's going on? He's still alive, nobody?
This agricultural sector positioning us as a regional leader in food production and security, and contributing significantly to the national GDP.
Only make Ross go and you're talking about contributing to the national GDP. Only make 30 to 40% and then some. Leave Dominica. Ross did not want to go. Now you're talking about contributing to the GDP of Dominica. I just wonder sometimes if these people really hear themselves, know what they're saying, and then weigh what they're saying based off reality. Because it's nice to say these things. If these things were not happening, brothers and sisters, great. We're going to be contributing to the GDP of Dominica. But you guys let 40% GDP leave Dominica. And when it left Dominica, it's only 1.2, 1.5% of Barbados GDP. That's to tell you how low Dominica is doing. If 40% GDP leaves Dominica, goes to another country, and it's only 1.2 or 1.5% of their GDP, what does that tell you? Oh, boy. You guys are saying stuff. Let me see. These guys makes no sense. They're making sense, no deal. They're making sense. But their sense is not applicable to reality. Because it's nice the things that they're saying, but if you weigh what they say into reality, I think that's where a number of persons tend to falter. They listen to what people saying, they see if what the person is saying making sense, and that's where the buck stops. It's not just listening to what somebody's saying and then if the person is making sense, No, it's not just there. Then you have to look at it from the point of if what that person is saying makes sense to reality. And if it makes sense to reality, then kudos. But if it doesn't make sense to reality, even though it makes sense, then what that person is saying is not relevant at all. It's nice to say, but when it comes down to reality, it has no bearing in reality whatsoever. You guys, these guys destroyed agriculture. They destroyed agriculture. They're trying to look for all other measures. Ian himself, who's in Cuba getting mega. Ian himself stated, if not VAT, what else? In a land that is fully developed under agriculture, or should be fully developed under agriculture, then after VAT, they come in if CBI, if not CBI, Scared himself said that, if not CBI, what else? Agriculture. The other Caribbean islands are looking into agriculture. The very scared went down to Guyana to have some meeting with agriculture and made no links. No links. We have water, brothers and sisters, water in abundance, and it's dying out. And we're not looking to see what we can do to help that region. But it's talking about agriculture. Really?
I urge us all to engage in this exciting journey. Let us nurture not only our crops, but also our ambitions.
Best we are just have it. Best is a farm. Best is a... These people make me vexed. I was thinking in my head, best they are the agricultural thing they open up here. Best you guys have the feeder roads and then have a opening, a feeder road opening, so you guys can talk about agriculture. I am trying to hear the benefit of the what do you call that again? The international airport. I'm trying to hear the benefits. Up to now, I don't hear any benefit. They're talking about agriculture and they're destroying the agricultural land to build international airport.
We have with us the Pebush Cultural Group.
So we no one England, so we no one England, so we no one a system, no one England, so we no one England, so we no one England, so we no one a system, no one England.
That's nice. Let's continue, guys.
Me went to Brazil, for me, why our approach you is, colors your own face, why our approach you is.
Well, it's Creole season, independent season, so yeah. Well, all you dance plenty. Let me see what while they dancing there, guys. Let me see what you guys are saying right there. Hendrix, what are black people celebrating? Truckers are begging for jobs in their own country. Why are black people listening to that garbage? Well, I think most of them came there for the snacks, because that's one of the reasons why I would have gone there. Because I know it's a set of talking not going to happen and nothing of substance at all. There will be no question and answering for sure. So that would not have made any sense to go there from my point of view. Okay, dancing, Healand too, great. Chuck, first time I see that person there. Chuck, that wasn't a delegates conference, that was a convention. Yeah, it looks so sure. Hendrix Ismail is saying, who benefits from all these projects? And you think slavery is over? We remain civil servants in our own country. The same thing happens in Africa. Are people being trained to manage the airport? Well, I think earlier they spoke about they're going to be sending some number of individuals overseas to study, and I guess they're going to be putting them in the international airport. So I'm guessing they most likely will be using them or putting them to study, which I think is a good idea. you train these individuals for them to, be able to better manage the international airport. The question here is, will they be paid adequately? That is the big point right there. So it's one thing to train individuals and another thing to just leave them there, getting mediocre salary and thing, which goes to, according to the point you're making right there, on the basis of slavery. Because with slavery, they used to work towards getting a house and an area for them to be able to provide for themselves. In modern day slavery, brothers and sisters, it's the same situation. Look, we see Asian partner talking.
拉德先生、各位贵宾、女士们、先生们，大家下午好。
What they clapping? You understand what the man say there? Let's go back.
本长，尊敬的穆拉德先生、各位贵宾、女士们、先生们，大家下午好。
There are people clapping, we?
Your Excellency Sawani Burton,
Oh.
President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, Honorable Roland Ryer, Minister for Agriculture
Why they bring him here for? They should just make Mr. Reed.
and Blue and Green Economy, Honorable Dennis Chagor,
很荣幸，今天与大家相聚在多米尼克，共同见证多米尼克国际机场项目开工典礼。在此，我谨代表中国中铁五局集团有限公司，向所有关心和支持本项目的各界人士致以真诚的问候和衷心的感谢，向多米尼克国际机场项目开工典礼的成功举办表示热烈的祝贺。
It is a great honor together with
Yo. Guys, I would think that he's standing here and then he say this is what he's saying in English. Or he would just pretty much read the thing and he would just stand there and just read the man's letter. So they're gonna be going back and forth. Maybe there'll be Chinese people listening to this stuff. Maybe that's why they're doing this. If there's Chinese people, then it'll make sense. Those who don't understand English, but a lot of Chinese people can actually speak English.
wish you today. Congratulations on the success
对五千人建筑工程投资。
management of global construction progress. Its business scope covers a wide range of sectors, including railways, highways,
They're talking about
building, municipal
CR5.
infrastructure,
从20年贝尔维尤安置式
Belleville Topping Housing Project and Grand Bay Housing Project. CFI also undertakes the construction.
So they're
of
pretty much
Dominica
talking about
International Airport
what they're
project
doing.
believe
蒙索生产云地一种
equipment, management team, and construction personnel in place. Full-scale construction has commenced in a short period of time. The bench plan, the campsite, and the crusher have all been established and are now in operation, while the airport runway area has also begun to take shape. The current construction progress is 5.77% ahead of the schedule.
5.77% ahead. Who gave that schedule? Because Scary tell us in 2025 the airport gonna build. So if you're saying it's 5.7% ahead of schedule, on which schedule are we watching? Which schedule? Whose schedule? We heard it's 2025. Scary then say it was 2026. Now we hearing it's 2027. Whose schedule are we going on? Because we listen to Scary, he said 2025, then he said 2026. No, we are ahead of schedule, boy. Only have a kicks there, boy. Only have a real kicks there, boss.
Laying a solid foundation have been achieved without the strong support and help from all sides. Allow me to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to the government.
感谢中队项目
Guys, I just passing through the
ensure
Chinese.
project's smooth progress.
让
Quote, the local employees and suppliers who have contributed to the airport project.
Them truckers had to fight for them to try to see if they can get a job with. You talking about the local contributions? Really? boy, only have a kicks. Only Kicks it up, please, Debbie.
感谢全体多米尼克人民对我们感谢中
Serious help and support. I would also like to thank the Chinese Embassy in Dominica for your continuous
多米尼表关注，采取了有针对
Guys, up to now, we halfway. Well, we don't halfway yet, but we almost halfway in here, guys. And I haven't heard anything about the international airport. They talk about agriculture mainly. They're saying, oh, the international airport will bring these things. You don't know this. Obviously, international airport, you're going to have more flights coming in. True. But will they be staying? There's one thing to bring people to Dominica. It's another thing to keep them. Because if you have tourists coming in, brothers and sisters, via boats, and they themselves not staying, look at the statistics for stay-over tourism in Dominica. Look at it. Look at the statistics, brothers and sisters. Antigua smaller than Dominica. Antigua this year already make 1 million tourists. Last year they make 900 and something, and they say they're gonna bypass their stuff. They make it already. You will see the statistics next year, brothers and sisters. I know what I'm saying, you know.
对性的措施，以保证工程质量标。
We have taken targeted measures in both design and construction methodology to ensure the project's quality, aiming to deliver a high-quality, iconic new international airport that meets international standards to the people of Dominica on schedule.
都是立在到
Largest infrastructure project in Dominica's history, a monumental endeavor that will benefit not only this. The Dominica International Airport project is the largest infrastructure project in Dominica's history, a monumental endeavor that will benefit not.
You clap in international airport supposed to be big, we? Who is those people that they know? Who is those people? They clapping because that is the biggest international airport supposed to be big. Look at the. Let me leave that thing, the Kinfield situation. Then they had the internet. I'll say it. When they had the mapping for the for Kinfield Airport, and you saw it on DJI, those who are the DJI drones, and you see what the mapping was. It goes all the way to Mahu. It is supposed to be big. You know. They clapping because it's big. What they thought the international airport was supposed to be small.
Not only this generation, but many more to come. Upon completion,
We have more international airports to come, guys. That's always a good thing. We already have 7. So, you know, let go.
operation.
Anyways, guys, let's move on. Yeah, we get their point already.
所以
National Airport project smooth progress. Made the
Smooth progress. Great.
We have joined Mr. J. Pierre, making
Who's those people?
his presence be felt
Oh, that is the St. Lucia Prime Minister.
in Dominica. He'll be tomorrow at the and
Oh, there for the
Everybody's,
delegates. That's today.
delegates convention.
Oh, yes, delegates conferences to the guys. We see quick.
And
Round of applause for his arrival.
What? Isn't that the Mr. Speaker of the House? Isn't that the Mr. Speaker of the who is supposed to be neutral? Isn't that what a Mr. Speaker or a Speaker of the House is supposed to be, brothers and sisters? So why is he so blatant in his support to scare it? Why? Why is that? I always found that weird. There are certain people who hold certain positions who should not be publicly displaying who they are supporting for or who they are rooting for. Even if they are not really rooting for the person is just getting benefits, they should not be showing any support at all. What he did, Papa? All right.
Arrival here, just joining us on this.
What he doing in front seat? He's the Mr. Speaker of the House. I don't know. I don't know.
Occasion.
Okay, let's move on. Guys, I'm not the one who making the volume lower. I've actually increased my stuff. That is it now, boy. What? Dominica Airways. Guys, for me not to get copyright. Yes, hi. Dominica International Airport. Yeah, I think that's what they should call it. Dominica International Airport. Not no Roosevelt. Wicked soul, man. If they can make it look like that, it'll be nice. No doubt about it. They can make it look like that, it'll be nice. But I don't think that is 1.6, now $1.3 billion. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. While that playing, guys, let me see what some of you guys are saying right there. Same thing, Richard Diggs. What is that? Simpa and Constant Spring feeder roads was some of those roads which supplied more agricultural produce in DA, but not even a motorbike can go up those roads. Yeah, they definitely need to do something about them feeder roads. The feeder roads is what feeds Dominica, and of course the potential to have more exports in Dominica, but apparently they're not looking into these things at all, which is rather interesting right there. Richardson is saying, tell Minister Roye visit those roads as the Minister of Agriculture. He's not going to do that. So that is how it's going to look like, brothers and sisters. That's how it's going to look like. Yes, man. Ooh, hug your mommy or your daughter, whoever that they are. Mind me, people. Okay, they're back.
They call this and then came and go. This when they play
Silvani, J. Pierre,
Who's
Prime
that
Minister
partner?
of St. Lucia, Honorable Joseph Isaac, Speaker of the House of Agriculture, Your Excellencies, Deputy Manager.
So every time they come and give a speech, they have to give these introductions. Why can't somebody just do the introductions and run through this stuff? Everybody have to come and give introduction. Before I get into that, guys, let me just read for some of all your stuff. Mango Gota, they did some focus with Fido is saying Mango Gota. They did some work in Mango Gota connecting to Woodford Hill, and that was it. Well, they need to do more. They need to actually work on all the feeder roads in Dominica if they're talking about the agriculture the way they're talking about agriculture. You will swear that everything is working fine and dandy when it comes down to agriculture in Dominica. Hendrix Ismail is saying, will black people ever wake up? Everybody is singing to stay poor. Yeah, indefinitely. Yeah, that's true. Some individuals actually told me, some persons who were on this thing, you know, were singing for their supper. I guess we'll get into it as time goes by. We have less than 1 hour remaining. And no matter of fact, we have less 11 o'clock. No boy, I come out there before 11 o'clock. Yeah, so some people were definitely singing for the supper. We are going to be a Chinese state, just like Jamaica. Well, Jamaica is not a Chinese state. Just that Chinese have started to own some of their infrastructure, including their ports, because Jamaica has defaulted on the payments, and it looks like that's what Dominica is looking to go into. But we do have the backdrop of the CBI program, of course, but we need that funds not overseas, we need it in Dominica. And based on how much funds is overseas, it can literally come and clear our debts. This is why I don't understand. Well, then again, I cannot understand why the funds is not coming to Dominica because of the corresponding banks. But at the end of the day, we need the funds to pay the debts. We can clear the debts of Dominica with the CBI funds. But the funds need to be in Dominica. Will black people ever wake up? Everybody's singing for the Sipo. We are going to be a Chinese, you know, yeah. Let's continue. Marvin Mospita. I think they think we don't know what they doing, the ministers. Man, you guys need to use commas and stuff, man. I think that they think we don't know what they are doing, the ministers, or what they do in the ministers have all the best stuff for the agri-DV in the botanical gardens. Basically, you might have to rewrite that for me, please, so I can understand what you just said there. Okay? I think they think we don't know. I think talking about the Dominica Agricultural Division in the Botanical Gardens. Free for ministers while the poor farmers begging. I'm guessing you're saying that they have all the stuff in the Dominica Agricultural Division for their people and not for the farmers, for the poor farmers. Anyways, let's continue.
Father Paul,
Father
Joseph,
Paul.
distinguished Privilege to speak to you this afternoon on behalf of MMC and its management, led by Dr. Anthony Hayes, of a magnificent project coming before our own eyes. It is coming. It is coming. This celebration airport with an airfield reference code of 4E featuring a 2,850 meters long, that's 9,350 feet long runway.
So the airport will be from all the way over there, all the way back, I'm guessing, to where they are.
The runway will include primary landing direction 15 with an ILS category 1, which is the instrumental landing system, precision approach, and
So who's that camera person now? Who is this camera people, boy?
secondary landing
So-
direction 33 with a non-precision instrumental approach. Additionally, the runway will be equipped with a runway end safety area, which we call RISA, of 90 by 90 meters, 90 meters by 90 meters on each end.
So I'm guessing they have to collect all those people out there. There's people that still don't receive their monies yet, eh?
The airport will boost state-of-the-art navigation and air traffic control systems, redefining the travel in the Caribbean.
Yo.
This magnificent airport project will include: 1, a modern terminal building spanning an area of 165,000 square feet. 100.
You saying that like people know what you're talking about? You saying that like people would know. Not everybody would know. I myself don't even know what Mr. talking about there. I trying to equate it to 1 acre of land. But, you know.
65,000 square feet. 2, ample parking for more than 500 vehicles along public parkings for buses and taxis.
That's good.
3, general aviation hangar. 4, VIP terminal building for state dignitaries.
Wait a while. So they have this land there and it looks like there's a slope. Isn't that a slope, guys? So that means they're gonna be doing some backfilling. Why are they digging? But this looks like digging though. This is definitely digging. The road is on top there. This apparently is where the airstrip is gonna be going for, if I do understand it properly, because this is the area all the way there, and there's a slope there. I myself, I'm not an engineer. Oh, let me leave that there.
VIP terminal building, aircraft rescue and firefighting facility.
Okay.
12, waste disposal facility. 13, water treatment plant, in addition to various supporting buildings and landscape.
Maybe they're digging it all the way down, but then that means they just wasted. I'm thinking they're probably digging it to flatten it, guys, but then they just wasted cement to build this stuff on this thing, so they can have a ceremony guys in the comments, maybe I don't know what I'm saying right now, because I'm trying to figure out why is there a big slope there and then this land is on top there. I would understand if they're cutting this whole thing down, they're taking it down. But if they're taking the whole thing down, then why did they build this thing on top there? Especially trying to build cement, and cement expensive. To get cement, and cement expensive. This is the tar road, man. You know, Dominica plenty money, man. Dominica plenty money. Yes, man.
As for the progress of the project is commendable, with earthwork and stone excavation advancing steadily on both the land side and the airfield. Notably, we are currently at nearly 28% overall completion, with a 5.7%, almost 6% ahead of schedule. Particularly the Honorable Prime Minister, cabinet members, and the International Airport Development Company for their unwavering support. Furthermore, I extend my appreciation to the dedicated project teams at both MMC and CR5 for their hard work and commitment to this monumental endeavor.
You are the collage students, the Woodford Hill.
Okay, so getting set for
One of the hardest things.
the youngsters. Micro 6.
We've just ended our independence season, and they are dressed in their independent outfits, Creole outfits, I should say, not independent but Creole outfits.
Okay, what I'll do, probably just get our microphone closer to the speakers
Yeah,
area.
I think you should do that.
Hear exactly.
Yo, the little boy is the best, you know. Yeah, boy. His mother must have put him inside there. Yeah, his mother. That's definitely his mother I put him there.
Fi, my heroes welcome waiting in arms. Amara.
God bless their hearts, man. God bless their hearts. You mean they have international airport and they have to share one mic? Boy, the boy checking. If you think I can sing there, not me, no?
My heroes
Yo! Hey! Boy, that is something else. Yes, I.
DBS thing that microphone. Junior group.
They didn't know more people coming, so they can prepare more microphones. Well, there's sugar in the country, so.
On drum. On
lady can.
We drum in now.
Miguel.
Drummers.
Loop from them.
Entertainment. Anyways, guys, let's continue. We don't have much time remaining, man. Kudos to the drummers.
I'm seeing
or the Rockets. All right. Thank you for the drumming, sirs. Will the Chinese be giving this place now? Of course. Of course. The camera just take out the map. Hey, that's the entertainment of it. You literally go somewhere else. Those are bubbles are there, man. Anyways, guys, yes, we get the point. Wait, that long, eh, pal?
From the elders and the children from the Woodfordale, Wesley areas. Cecil J. We do not to Woodfordale.
Big up the Woodfordale drummers.
You know?
No, of course.
Honorable members of
Are you sure she can talk about agriculture?
Mr. Binwa Joseph International Airport moment I will stand one to the airport is to me and to so many of us. It represents a new era, one where we're no longer watching from the sidelines.
By the way, guys, can you click the thumbs up button for me right there? I see there's 97 of you guys in the building right now. Click the thumbs up button for me, please, guys. I realize my camera has gone down. So we're going to have to check that in. But please click the thumbs up button for me right there. Anyways, let's continue.
But inviting the world directly to our doorstep. To the younger generation who may not know what it was like to work around the schedules of other countries just to reach to Dominica, this milestone marks a turning point. After 46 years of independence,
Check
this
it
Roosevelt
out. Hold on a while. Check it out. They still know what it is to not have it. They still know. It's not like it was yesterday or times past. The international airport still no build yet. Shakira, that dinner. It's still no build yet.
led government is not only delivering on its promise, it's opening Dominica into the world in ways that will change lives and redefine our identity forever.
Of course.
Soon, travelers will board planes from places like China, London, and Dubai and land directly here in our nature isle. We are elevating Dominica's tourism appeal, enhancing our accessibility as a prime destination and positioning us as a gateway to the Caribbean. And I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, when it is done, we will have the best international airport in the region.
Let's not get carried away. Let's not get carried away. All right? Well, it's $1.6 billion, so I guess it's supposed to be dope. But based on the estimates that I saw, it was less than $300 million.
Our state-of-the-art international airport will redefine travel experiences with world-class infrastructure, offering seamless connectivity, exclusive lounges, a wide array of culinary and entertainment options, and a modern design terminal that is uniquely Dominican and rivals the best globally. We are setting our sights on prestigious airport awards, which will serve as an added draw.
Guys, I'm laughing here because I'm a traveler. Guys. You see, rival. You know the kind of money people are spending on international airport for them to know that they have an outstand. You say rival? Woman, 21 billion. We leave that there.
International visitors
one crazy.
and further cement Dominica's place on the world tourism map. This airport promises to be a gateway to a bright future.
Which is a world Dominica map.
And further cement Dominica's place on the world tourism map.
On the world tourism map. Okay.
This airport promises to be a gateway to a bright future for Dominica.
Where's the bright future, bruh? The international have to come in, and then we have to see the output of it. Dominica needs to also retain people. It's not just bringing the international airport. It needs to retain people.
So let's talk about what the future looks like.
Yes, finally.
This project isn't just concrete and steel. It is about opportunity.
Yes, great.
It's about jobs.
True, wonderful.
And more jobs.
You could have do that through agriculture, you know. But Shakira, what have you done to create jobs in the tourism industry? What have you done? Can any one of you guys let me know what she has done in the tourism industry to create jobs? That would be nice to know.
It is about growing the economy, particularly our tourism industry.
Yeah, so you decrease the economy by making Ross go, by decreasing our agriculture, by not actually putting things forward for agriculture, you know, and then talking about growing the economy. All right, great.
We expect new and returning guests to fly into our island year-round. Those who have invested in Airbnbs and those who are planning to invest.
Is Dominica on the Airbnb thing? Is Dominica on it? Because the last time I checked, it's been a long time, but I actually checked, and I don't think Dominica is on the Airbnb. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong right there.
We'll realize an increase in your bookings, from car rentals to restaurants and taxi and transportation services. Every subsector stands to benefit.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Weren't you guys the ones who put an additional tax on landlords? Weren't you guys the one who put an additional tax on landlords? So, it is what it is.
Our vision anticipates.
Big up Yolanda Jerome in the building one time, you don't know. Yo-Yo is in the building, baby. Anyways, guys, let's continue right there.
A bustling year-round tourism environment. We are confident that the continuous flow of visitors will create sustainable opportunities, transforming Dominica into a vibrant, must-visit destination.
Couldn't we do that with agriculture? I mean, agriculture is like the invisible money supply for Dominica. You're telling me we need to build an international airport, spend money, billions of dollars to build an international airport, so then we can create monies. When we have the invisible factor of fruits, brothers and sisters, you don't even need to plant fruit. You just go around Dominica and pick fruit and make juice, make ice pop, make something, and sell, brothers and sisters, to the international market. I see a number of persons involved in oil making and soaps and this kind of things. Kudos to these individuals, no doubt about it. But international airport, you're saying, will do all that for us when we actually have this stuff already? I found this very interesting.
Dominicans, prepare yourself.
Benedict Esprit is saying they sell you Mr. Lee's. Who is Mr. Lee's? And why they sell Mr. Lee's for?
Else to seize the rewards of this thriving tourism industry. I can
thriving tourism industry. Really?
Assure you that we are working in the background to make all this a reality.
You working in the background? You? Oh, we, she say, we. It's kind of like when Kamala say we go to the border. But she never been to the border. She's talking about the government went to the border. That's what she's talking about. So I'm guessing that's what she's talking about as well.
Route development and planning are ongoing, and we're in constant talks with major airlines to secure their commitment to fly direct into Dominica when the airport is complete.
The commitment.
You have already seen the results of these efforts with the recent announcement of United Airlines every Saturday directly from New Jersey to Dominica, commencing February 15th, 2025.
That's good. Problem with that is they are landing on an approved airport. We don't know about the present airport. I mean, I seen some kind of trenches in that airport itself. I don't know what they're doing, but maybe they know what they're doing. I seen trenches there. They also have to provide the groundworks and like the individual indicated before about the boreholes and this kind of thing there, so that if they land, the airport wouldn't stick in a hole. So the international airport versus the Marigot airport. There are two different airports. One has been approved that they can actually land, and therefore the other one has to be approved as well for them to land on. So we don't even know if they will approve that one. So that's another thing you have to keep in mind right there.
Our central location along the island chain is a blessing, as both air and cruise lines find us to be very attractive location for rest services. We are working closely with these companies to ensure that Dominica can become a major travel hub within our region. Increased visitors
competition, eh?
numbers will drive up demand, which means more money flowing through our economy. Once completed, the international airport will generate hundreds of direct jobs and even more indirect ones, creating employment opportunities across various sectors.
I get that point, and I agree for the international airport will be bringing forth jobs, no doubt about it. But what about the jobs that you guys have caused Dominica to lose? I think having these jobs that Dominica lose would be key, but you guys literally caused Dominica to lose these jobs. The government is fully responsible for Ross leaving. Fully. And now the international airport is coming in and will create jobs, no doubt about it, but then it's like kind of going down and then starting back. It's kind of like the economy of Dominica. The economy has gone down and it's starting to go back up. It has to reach back to where it was before you can say it's elevating. But you cannot go down and then when it goes up 1-2 points, you see we're growing. No, we have to reach back where we were before and then grow. That is how growth happens.
Farmers, fishers, small business owners, and more will benefit. Enhanced tourism projections indicate a surge in visitor arrivals, bolstered by the addition of premier international branded accommodations. This influx not...
Let me see what you guys are saying. Glasses, nice, bro. Okay, exactly. MacGyver, a set of small talk and lies. Woman of no integrity. Well, you know, woman, yeah. Yolanda, that's Dennis Missy. Lester Clyde, man, please for once be positive. So I am not being positive. I am not literally talking about reality. It's one thing when individuals saying to be positive. So if I see a dog biting a man, you want me to be positive? Oh, the dog was just, defending its babies. It was defending its babies. How do you know that? I don't know. You just want me to be positive. I am telling the realistic truths. It's not about being positive or negative. It's the realistic truths. If you cause a country to lose jobs, lose thousands of jobs, and then now you're bringing in another thing to try to create jobs that'll create a few jobs, let's say 500 jobs. They talk about what, 100, 200 jobs, 500 jobs the international airport create. We've lost 1,000 jobs. You're telling me I should be positive that the jobs are coming in and just forget about what the government has caused to happen. It's interesting.
Not only promises elevated the...
Juanita Prince, are you all training the youths? Well, based on what one of the previous speakers was saying, he stated that they're going to be sending people overseas to study for them to come back to have a job in the international airport. I think that's a good thing, if that is actually the case right there.
Demand across sectors, but signifies Dominica's ascent as a top-tier tourism destination. Our internationally branded hotels, both those currently operating and those under construction, will need more staff, supplies, and services to accommodate the growing number of guests.
When will the hotel in Picard be finished? I think there's a hotel by Coconut Beach that probably started about 10 years ago or 15 years. I don't know. Uncle say be positive. Okay, it started a few years ago. When will it be finished? Is it not the Anichi? I forget its name. I forget its name. Anyways.
The ripple effects will be felt throughout the entire country. This translates to more Dominicans, particularly young people, working, learning new skills, and providing for their families. Increased government revenue will enable us to invest further in education, healthcare, infrastructure, and yes, better wages for our citizens.
Yay! How will the international airport do that? I think we need to look into agriculture to cause these things to happen. Lester Clyde, I think we need to look into agriculture to make what she's saying actually happen. The international airport comes with an expense. It does come with an expense.
Fellow citizens, this is about a new era for Dominica. This country is transforming before your very eyes into the dynamic Dominica we have all envisioned. This is the time to dream bigger, to plan smarter. I urge you all to ask yourselves, how can I benefit from the new opportunities this airport will bring? Whether you are a restaurant owner, a taxi operator, a hotelier, or a small business owner, now is the time to position yourself to thrive in this new Dominica.
Yeah, I think what she's saying makes sense. You position yourself for when the international airport comes in. But it need to come in first there for you to actually capitalize. This is why I think what they're doing right there and the way that they're talking is like the international airport is already there. It's not there. I mean, if you're giving a speech on the opening groundbreaking, you will talk about the airport coming in, the possibilities of it coming in, and then when you actually have the opening ceremony of the airport, then you can talk about these things. You can talk about these things when things will start, happening. That's where people will then need to go and take loans and do a number of things. What do you think people do? They need to go and take loans now for them to build what you're saying? Because if they do that, they're going to cool it before the international airport finish. And it need to finish first for any sort of surplus to be coming in on the basis of individuals coming in. But then again, you have another problem is, why would people come to Dominica? For what reason? Because there's an international airport? Keep in mind, Antigua is taking over the nature island aspect. Antigua, because of its beaches, the white sand beaches, it is taking over Dominica's nature, so to speak. Because most nature tourists go to Antigua instead of Dominica. I just indicated a while ago, 1 point something million tourists went to Antigua. They go there for white sand beaches. Something else.
And to the people of Wesley, Woodford Hill, and Palm Tree, thank you. Your communities will become major players.
You pay them already? Or you pay these people? You're saying thank you, but do you pay the people? You paid the people already? Oh, okay.
This is your time. This is our time.
The time to reach yet, lady.
The disasters, fake news, and a pandemic. But we are still here, standing stronger than ever.
You say fake news, you boy. Use Donald Trump.
I want to thank...
Who's that girl? The president there, the former president. Isn't that thing husband? No, that can't be. Anyways, it's not good time, brothers and sisters.
Statement, gratitude, get the praise, your support and trust in your government. We are moving to the front, and it is time to celebrate this moment together. To the in the Roosevelt Skerrit International Airport in 20...
Gasa, do never name what? Do never name that Roosevelt Skerrit International. What is wrong with Mamselle boy?
People.
Ladies and gentlemen, I ask that you join me in...
Hey, look, my cousin. Are you well lit, eh? Are you
Honorable
well
Mitchell,
lit?
welcome to Dominica, and thank you so much. I perform.
Okay, Daddy Chase. Security, they're looking too happy then, huh?
A new day was born to this country, demonstrating collective energy.
Yes, sir.
A drum, one little girl, unity unfold. Even take from within Jaja. We are reside. We'll put our faith in. There we go. We.
Number.
Yes, sir. You look trouble in that place there.
Thank you very much.
You know the nice pathway.
It's good. God thanks and praise. Because we are here because of him. And we dedicate this project to him. Because it is the Lord who giveth. And we thank God for that.
Take care if you forget it.
We
Take
are
care.
just the instruments that the Lord is using on earth to do his work for his people. But this is God's work. We are simple as disciples. I want to recognize our president, Your Excellency, Honorable Joseph Isaac, the speaker on the head table, here in his private capacity as a landowner here in Wesley. Send pastor to here, and to the many property owners. We will remain eternally grateful to you. And I say to you that there will be a plaque with all of the names of the property owners on International Airport.
Did people want plaque? They want their money for their land, sir. Give those people their money, boy. You're talking about plaque.
And I want to say thanks to
They die now. They do die.
recognize and constructive way. Some development. And I want to recognize Marcus Lestrade. Lloyd is a very popular name, helpful in the, what you call it, permanent somewhere at the back.
I trying to get to the nitty-gritty of this stuff.
To the right in our economic development. And in particular, the CEO, Dr. to be grateful. And we must never be part of those who want to vilify people who are helping us make life better for us and for succeeding generations.
But you supposed to do that scared. Why our money still overseas? You are the ones who trying to stop Dominicans from elevating me. You have our money overseas, sir. Bring our money back for us to use. It's that easy.
And we have to appreciate that while this project is being financed by the CBI, there is a high risk personally to the developer, Dr. Hayden and MMCE, because the contract was signed before there is $1 from the CBI for this project. And the liability is there's 100%. There's no sovereign guarantee for this project. And with the attempts of your position here in the
So
Caribbean,
all the monies we have overseas, that is for development, according to your development fund. Isn't the airport part of the development fund? And we have monies overseas.
Dominica, if something were to happen to this international airport, to this CBI, then it will be his liability and not ours. And so let us work together and recognize that these people, and in particular Dr. Hayden, has been a true partner in our development. And we must recognize this and not join some among us who believe that every single thing, whether it's the Chinese who are helping us, want to criticize, whether it's the Venezuelans helping us, want to criticize.
Nobody criticizing those people now. The Dominicans just want work. They want to be a part of the very international airport, sir. Nobody criticizing that. How you end up on people criticizing the international airport? Dominica needs that international airport. But the Dominicans want to be part of it. How people criticize?
When the Americans are helping us, they want to criticize. No, my friends, we are God's people and we must always give God thanks for people whom He sent to us to help us.
We are not all God's people. Nah? The very book says some of you are from your father, the devil. So, Mr. Skerrit, all right.
We have to recognize this. And so, I want to thank MC and, of course, here represented by Mr. Carl Murad. And, of course, CR5, which is indeed to excellence. I was saying, well, you started this project. Why is groundbreaking now and not at the start? But the reality is, my friends, I do not want anybody to think that we're kidding with them. Because we have been working on this airport since Frank Barron as Chief Minister of Dominica.
But the mere fact you're doing it now, yeah, it kind of felt like from the time that you start to know, it kind of sounds like you were bubbling. No, sir, scared.
I wasn't even born when they started talking about international airport for Dominica. And I know that within us, every single government that has come to being in Dominica has promised international airport.
And it would have been built on the United West Party. But you guys didn't want to be participants in that, so you decided to get your own area to build it, which of course cost Dominica more money. So money was already spent on the previous United West Party area. You spent more money, just like the stadium. You guys uprooted it. They throw it in the sea and then build your own thing. Just so you can say, well, we didn't continue the stuff, we built our own thing. It's very interesting when you look at this kind of sentiments right there.
It has never happened. And so Dominicans have treated this as a false alarm when governments talk about international airport.
Because governments tend to lie, especially you, Skerrit.
And I wanted us to see, because I know that human beings subscribe more to the doctrine of St. Thomas. Seeing is believing. And so we're seeing God's work happening here. And
well, for you, it's feeling. It's not just seeing, it's feeling. We have to feel the airport to believe you,
can
Skerrit.
say, it is happening, ladies and gentlemen. And so we wanted to break down not only that, but why we're going on. And it's happening. And the Lord has told me and promised me, he says, Skerrit, don't worry.
So, the Lord, I don't think the Lord, let me leave that there.
It has started, and it shall be completed. And I can tell you that the Lord has never lied to me. He has never forsaken me. And he has
But you lied to the people.
always been by our side. And I believe him that he has started the project and he will complete the project, international airport for us here in Dominica. You know, the international
Why are the people who secure, they probably tell him they cannot pass? Okay. That's probably why this guy is there.
airport for us here in Dominica. You know, there are many pastors and priests here, so I do not want to take the job today, you know. But we're here to give thanks. To give thanks to so many people. Because sometimes people speak as if when Skerrit became Prime Minister, we had everything that we had now. And I believe that it is important for us to write down the history of Dominica so that current and future generations can understand and appreciate the kind of Dominica that we inherited and what we have done, notwithstanding the challenges that we have faced.
What? Dominica was much better back then. You guys made it worse. And then you try to blame all sorts of things for it. Like the rest of the world didn't suffer with Maria, Puerto Rico, and a number of places. Bahamas suffered with a one that was done thing, yet still it elevated. The whole Rona situation, the whole gas prices fluctuating up and down, even though Dominica apparently had its own war because other countries' gas prices went down and Dominican's own was going up.
When we came into government, ladies and gentlemen, we had no night landing in Dominica. Christmas time that gets dark fast, by 4:30, 5 o'clock, the country is closed to the rest of the world. And when we said that that the night landing was the short-term solution to air access in Dominica, because we always felt and knew that the international airport will be the long-term solution to our air access challenges.
So why didn't you just expand the international airport? Make Manville all the international airport. And just put the additional road. The additional road that was needed. We had more buildings. That's it. We could have do that, eh?
And I went to Venezuela and I see all my friend, the ambassador of Venezuela here. And I spoke to Hugo Chavez, may his soul rest in peace, a friend of Dominica. And I said to him, President Chavez, I want some help to extend the runway in Dominica and to put night landing in Dominica. And Chavez sent the Army Corps of Engineers of Venezuela to help us here. And you remember, they said I was creating a military base in Dominica. And then when we brought in night landing, of course, we got funding from the European Union as well for the terminal building. And then they said that when we put in the lights, they said planes would never land in Dominica. But since then, planes landing at any time of day or night in Dominica.
I was going to mention why planes just fly back when it's raining, but that's another story. But
and then we decided in recent time to extend the runway further. Because American is saying to us, they need extra comfort. And they need to groove the runway so that they have less cancellation when it's raining.
I just mentioned
And we're speaking to other airlines who said to us, once you extend the runway and you put in the grooving, we'll come to Dominica.
So wouldn't that then create an international air base? So what would be the point then of the international airport? That means we're just wasting money. Isn't that what it sounds like? We're wasting money because if we can get bigger planes to come to Dominica or have more direct flights from a number of places, then all the solution would be to extend the runway. So we just waste the money there.
And this is how we have gotten United Airlines to come to Dominica. And
So you got United Airlines to come to Dominica solely on the basis of American Airlines telling you guys you need to extend the airport. So when you guys extend the airport, I'm guessing you guys reached out and then they say, okay, well, if you extend the airport and American Airlines is landing, then we can probably do it. And that's solely because I'm American Airlines. have nothing to do with all you thinking, hey, let's do this so we can bring more planes. No.
so I keep saying to people that when you criticize and you cry down our country, never for 1 minute believe that you're crying down
Nobody crying down the country, Scared. They crying down your leadership because it sucks.
Roosevelt scared. This is
It's
not
you. No, not the country. Just like when Lennox went and spoke about your leadership, you then say Lennox was talking about the country. And people fell for it because they didn't listen to the interview at all.
about me. This
It is about you.
about the people of Dominica.
It is about your leadership.
This is about the future of Dominica.
It's about your leadership. That sucks.
This is about the future of our children and opportunities.
But you're not giving them a future. What future the children have now, Scared, because of what you've done? Talk to me. Somebody in the comments, talk to me. What future has Scared created for the children of Dominica?
Ladies and gentlemen. And so we had the extension and we have night landing. And in 2016, we started the process to seriously look at about the international airport. And we did a study. I never told Dominicans we're doing any study. We engaged the best American firm to come in to do the feasibility study for us in Dominica. They looked at every part of Dominica and
So you're pretty much saying that you're keeping the people in darkness. Why? So that the people can talk? Help me understand how that makes sense as Prime Minister and you're talking about transparency.
told us the best place to put the airport. And you know what I said to them, the American company? I said, look, don't tell me what you think I want to hear. I want you to advise me professionally and objectively on the best site for the international airport in Dominica. I never got involved in the process. And they came back and they said, Prime Minister, based on all our studies, all our investigations, this is the best place for the international airport for Dominica.
So where you building right now, where you dredging and doing all kinds of things there, that's the best place? Wasn't the flatter area of United Workers Party the better place to put the international airport? I mean, so that's what you say. But I think I know a little more than you just come in and say that is the area that was best. I'm thinking. You guys wanted me to use my drones to find out if there were swamps in the area. You forget or you don't know. They linked me. The international airport individuals linked me to use my drone. That was back in 2021. They linked me to use my drone to fly over the area that they're talking about. So how Scary can come and say that the people said that that is the best area and they linked me to use my drone to find out where the swampy areas is? Scary it. Come on, scary it. Scary it.
And from 2016, we started.
You see, when people don't know, you see, just like there's Ross University, when he said, he told the landlord that he wanted to keep the housing for the locals. But then I was part of the groundbreaking ceremony in Ross with the new student facility that they built. The next step was to be 400 brand new houses that would then take away students from the landlords. But he come and tell the people. So you see why you have to be careful with what Skerrit's saying, guys. It's very interesting when he speaks.
It's saving. We created a fund, an International Airport Development Fund.
And only lose all the money.
And we're saving. And this is why I keep telling you, Dominicans, why saving is so important. As small as it is.
But you cannot save. Because you put in more fees on them, Skerrit. You put in more fees on the people. What are they going to save? You just put $15 on water. You know, you say you are the 2.5% that the government was subsidizing with electricity. You say you can put that on the people. You don't increase in their salaries are mediocre. Inflation going up on them. And more fees on them. Are you talking about saving? Really? And you increase your salary? I think you increase your salaries by $4,000. And then the ministers will increase by 2,000, 2005, around that region. And mankind normally working, you get an increase of 4,000 and even maybe more, I don't know. You get an increase in that regard. While the Dominican people are making less than your increase and you want them to save. Okay.
We started saving $5 million every month, putting into the fund. And at the time of Hurricane Maria, we had $260 million in the fund for the international airport. And so had it not been for Hurricane Maria, we would have had all the money in cash to build the international airport here.
So what about the CBI monies that was raised? Huh? The CBI monies that was raised. So you had this $260-something million for the international airport. Cool. All this CBI monies that was raised long before Hurricane Maria that was being added up. And not just that, you know. There was monies raised after that as well. Where did all that money go, Skerrit? $260 million. That $260 million could still be in, matter of fact, $260 million, so a $1.1 to $1.6 billion international airport. Well, then again, from 2017, they stopped it, so it could have been increased and so forth and so forth. But at the end of the day, you still have to look at reality, Skerrit. It's not just what you tell people, you know. It's what they can actually see. What they hear, and on the basis of what you're actually saying as well. And weighing it to reality. And we cannot say that what you're saying there has any legitimacy because you had CBI funds in Dubai. In Dubai now, wherever Anthony Hayden is, or wherever he building, whatever, wherever all you had the money is overseas, brothers and sisters. All you had the money is overseas.
But Maria came, took our roofs, washed our farms, destroyed our hotels, destroyed our businesses, destroyed our way of life, and robbed.
How much money did you put to agriculture on the basis of that?
Just of our livelihoods. And I had to make a decision as Prime Minister.
Because the people are still complaining about the feeder roads. Just the other day, I did a reaction of a feeder road fall down. The people trying their best.
Do I keep the money in the bank account? Or do I spend the money to help Dominicans restore their lives and livelihoods? And I decided to use the money to put back roofs on their heads, to build homes, to build schools, to build...
So all the roofs and Red Cross and this kind of people there, is the CBI monies they were using? The tarpaulins and all this kind of things that I was sent. That was fully responsible for that? I didn't know that. That's scary. I still don't know that today.
Build health centers and to ensure that we could rebound as fast as we did.
But the people who are clueless will, you know, like I told you guys before, it makes sense. What he's saying makes sense. But you have to wait to reality. When you wait to reality, the things change.
As a result of Hurricane Maria. And so we used the money. But we persevered. And so immediately after we saw the light of day of Maria, we went back to the drawing board to start this airport. And we did studies. We did designs. And I never wanted to come to Wesley, Palm Tree, and Woodford Hill to speak to landowners because I understand how difficult it is to tell someone who has been occupying a house for 70 years to leave. And I knew that in the 1990s, when the Workers' Party government, they uprooted people from their homes and lands and had no plans to build an airport.
Boy, you don't say things, boy, scared. Scared, you don't say things, boy. Hey, they uprooted people from their homes and they didn't have an international airport. I think it was probably one or two. You displace a set of people. I know they had to buy, if I recollect it properly, they bought some places. It's not from a set of people, you know. I don't want to give a number, but I know it's less than 10 people for sure. Less than 10 people with the land that they had there, and they wanted to use it. That's the same thing Skerrit is talking about. So, but he's not saying the number. He's saying that they uprooted people. But people still on the land, you don't pay those people yet. And so there are people that move and you don't pay them yet.
I wanted to ensure that we were definitely going to build the airport before I came to Wesley, Woodford Hill, and Palm Tree. And you know, I came to Wesley like Nicodemus at night. And the first home I went to was...
Not a thief that was coming in night now.
Teacher Gloria, my friend. I say, if I cannot get Gloria to sell me a house, like I can nobody else in Wesley sell me houses. Because Teacher Gloria had just fixed the house. She had just fixed the house. There are people who are building their homes. There's an Englishman who came back in his 80s and he built a big house in Wesley. How do I tell an 88-year-old man to leave your house? And so only when I knew for sure that we're going to start, we came in and acquired lands. And I can tell you, I won't tell you what we did for the people.
You do pay them yet, no? I trying to hear there.
But I always wanted to ensure that those who were affected by the acquisitions were better off after than before. And every one of them is better off now than...
Really? Well, Wesley people clapping.
They were before.
Let me clap too.
And if you go to
Joe Burton, you see this kind of
I just the reaction. He said to people,
big homes and nice homes that these people have built for themselves. It's amazing. And go further, there were some people who were not entitled to any compensation from the government. And we went into the humanitarian consideration. And we built homes for dozens of people. We took them from the shacks to 2- and 3-bedroom resilient homes. At no charge to them. At no charge to them.
what would you charge them when they have legal squatting rights on government land? You say they don't have papers, but they actually rightfully do need to get compensated for that. But instead you decide to put them in houses. It should have been me that was one of them squatters on them West Leland, and see if you do pay me.
To ensure that everyone was covered here in Wesley, Woodford and Palm Tree. And so this has been our journey. And here we are today. Now this is an extraordinary site. An extraordinary site. The cut and field has to take place. There's nowhere else in the Caribbean you have to do this, except of course with my comrade friend St. Vincent, and our site is even more difficult than his. But this airport, my friends, has to be seen as a national project. We have to wrap the national flag around this project. We can't always be disagreeing. Fine, they say, okay, we want international airport. Where the airport's carried? Where the airport? Then the airport is coming. The same people are saying we don't need an international airport.
But you can see thing me. You don't say that we scared.
Remember, my friends, that it is not Roosevelt scared who giveth. It is the Lord who giveth.
Of course. And the Lord take it for we.
Understand this. And so it's important for us to stand in defense and in promotion of these projects that will transform the lives of our people. You saw the children from Woodford and Wesley here beating the drums and singing for us. We're not building airports for us, we're building for them to ensure that they can have a better tomorrow than we had.
And some of them will never fly out if they don't have proper jobs. Some of them will never know what it is like to fly on a plane because they do not have proper jobs. Can you imagine you cannot save $200? You know how much you'll have to save to get a ticket on a plane? Normally a ticket is about, that is one-way ticket, that's about $1,000, $1,200 EC dollars. You know how much money if you have to save $200 on the kind of jobs that Scary them have in Dominica? How long you have to take 2 years to have a round trip. Boy, scared boy. I respecting you, eh? Yeah, boy.
That there are more
people clapping, eh? Yes.
Opportunities for them. That there are more opportunities for our children. That's why we're good doing these things. And the Lord's blessing us with it. Understand this. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we are happy that we're at this stage and must continue to build. And so we are engaging in a number of transformational projects. Geothermal project, ladies and gentlemen, that will help transform the energy security of Dominica. The cost of doing business in Dominica is lower because the cost of energy.
Because that, unless, you see, just like, guys, there's a clear example. Thank God to use that. The geothermal project has been happening for quite some time. It's nice that millions upon millions of dollars have been put into it to try to see if we can get something going. We do not know the capacity that it will produce. They give numbers and these kind of things there. We would not know until we actually get in it. Just like the international airport, just like the project for geothermal, is the same thing, no difference. No difference. We are geothermal for over 10 years now, 10 years, if I correct. Give or take, brothers and sisters. Doing this thing for quite some time. Over $200 million, I think, has been spent on geothermal. Nothing has been happening yet from it, but, you know, scare it will continue.
With the low.
I think we should have gone into solar. I think we should have gone into probably even wave energy. But I mainly think we should have gone into solar. There are even too much turbines, but the solar would have helped a lot. Because I know what solar is doing in Barbuda. It could do a lot in Dominica as well. And then when we start making our monies, then we can go into geothermal. Because geothermal would require more money. Solar energy would require less money. And we should have gone into less money so that we can get the energy sector going, meet some of the demands for energy, and then go in with the extra monies that we have going into geothermal. But we're doing things back to front.
And so this airport is a major, I see my friends are here from St. Lucia and from Grenada.
Will you bring them in to speak to your delegates? They didn't come to support that thing. No, you brought them there for the delegates conference, Garrett.
They will tell you that had it not been for their international airport, their tourism product would not be where it is today. Because the
They
reality
actually had before the international airport, they had a great tourism product. One of the things that Grenada was known for was its spices. Spices were going all over the world, all over the world. So they didn't need international airport for them to put themselves. St. Lucia self did not need. They have crews coming in. Black is white. You go St. Lucia and even any given day, brothers and sisters, you either see one cruise ship coming in, and then that one cruise ship is followed by 3 or 4 cruise ships, brothers and sisters. They themselves need to also upgrade, because the amount of people that are trying to come to St. Lucia, they also need to upgrade, because sometimes when 2 on the port in Castries, there are 2 outside there, waiting for one to go and then one coming inside. So they tend to be doing really well. They don't need the international airport.
is you need people to come in to consume the goods and services that we produce.
You need goods and services to consume. You need goods and services to consume. That is the point here.
To create opportunities for people, we need to ensure that we have easier access to the markets for agricultural produce and for the other manufactured goods. Our flowers can get into Miami and to get into Europe overnight.
Agriculture, that should have been done already, Scary. That is my point. We should look into these things before we even look to build the international airport. We should have looked into these things, get the monies so that we know we have surplus. So in case CBI does die, we still have the monies coming in. But instead, you guys want to say, if not CBI, what else? As if agriculture is not alive. Well, you guys are killing it, so it's still suffering. It's a mesekui, you know.
The fish that we have can get onto people's plates the same day it is caught here in Dominica.
Let me see what you guys are saying. Guys, I'm just going to stay for like 10 more minutes and that's it, man. I already done past my time. That's crazy, man. But Dale Maglo, agriculture plus international airport would be nice. But what's going to keep people more than a week or 2 in Dominica besides Carnival or Creole season? That's my point exactly. You need to have more activities in Dominica to actually keep people going different places. We have Jazz and Creole that also brings people, but they come in for like a weekend and they leave afterwards. That's the same thing that we tend to see. They come for Creole season. Some might stay, like half, might not even half, 25% might stay till Independence. And then they leave after. That's how it goes in Dominica. Carnival season come, you see them come in, they come for a week, then they leave after. They don't stay in Dominica as if Dominica is so nice. They're trying to do everything within that week that they tend to stay in Dominica. Then you have Jazz and Creole. The French people coming in, they come in for for a few days and in a week. They come in for a few days and then they leave. That's how it rolls in Dominica. So what would keep people staying in? I think that is vital right there. Antigua has that dongpa. St. Lucia has that dongpa. St. Kitts has that dongpa. Where? Bahamas. Ask for Bahamas. Bahamas is another story right there.
And so there are huge opportunities for this. Huge opportunities. And so we put our faith, as the song says, that the church song, we put our faith in Jaja because he's the one who's providing for us. And you know, there's a suspicion or there's talk about election coming.
But Scary, is it wrong for people to have this suspicion? You have called elections a number of times during this time. Is it?
No, I am happy that they say an election is coming because it is an endorsement and recognition that a lot of things are happening in Dominica.
That's not why, Scary. That is definitely not why.
Ladies and gentlemen, Labour katwavai. Labour is working in the country.
Are these people that clapping serious now? Are they serious? Are they living? You see, like I indicated before, brothers and sisters, when I talk about reality versus the things that they say, it sounds nice, but in reality, it's vastly different. Some people understand it from a realistic point of view, whereas some people understand it just from what the person is saying. This is why they're clapping. They have no understanding of reality whatsoever. Right there. Brendan Cole, Scary destroyed the economy. Yes, he did. And he's talking about as if the economy is doing so nice. I still don't understand why locals are not involved in the majority of the construction of the airport. Yes, we see a set of Chinese individuals coming in. They hired them when the locals could do something about it. You don't think, look, so it's foreigners alone. We have engineers and all these kind of people there. We could hire Dominicans from overseas who are doing a great job. I know a number of engineers in overseas, you know. And they're doing fantastic jobs. You mean to tell me Dominica couldn't hire them? Or they work in there and this kind of things there? They couldn't write up plans and this kind of things there and ensure that things happening and then bring it forth to the engineers in Dominica? So it can be a Dominican own? Do you know the kind of pride it takes for you to know that you have built? I've met a number of persons who build things in the United States. And when you walk into the building with them, they said, I helped build this. They are you can look at their face and they said, I helped build this. This massive structure that you see in New York. Some of my family members helped build certain bridges and this kind of things there. Saying, I helped build this. I was on this working. And you see the joy in their face. And in Dominica, man begging to carry cement.
But I can tell you, election is not on my mind. But anytime we call elections, you know what's going to happen already. So election not on my mind. We are addressing.
See those people, boy. As if they're not living in there. That person probably from foreign. That person definitely not living in Dominica.
The economic transformation of Dominica. We are focusing on the development of Dominica. We're ensuring that we implement the project successfully so you can benefit from them. So politics is not on my mind at all. Though I invite all of you to Vegas tomorrow at 11 o'clock. Because you just never know. No debt associated with it. We will owe no one, ladies and gentlemen. We have not borrowed $1 thus far for this project. It has been financed exclusively and entirely by the CBI. And you know, I was speaking to a European member ambassador. And he's saying to me, Prime Minister, the opposition people in the Caribbean who are attacking the CBI program say they do not want to destroy it. But he says to me, Prime Minister, that is exactly what they're doing.
So why did the very European Union people come down and realize that there's Kokomaka going on? Why the United Kingdom shut down the visa-free access? Because of the CBI. Brothers and sisters, I think I stop in there because scared is just gonna be going on rampages as if we don't know what's well, some people don't know what is taking place. So I guess he's talking to those people. He's not talking to me. They shut down visa-free access because of you. European United Kingdom wanted to shut down visa-free for the Caribbean because of you. When they shut down the visa-free access because of Dominic, because of Skerrit. And I know they were trying to keep it for the local people. Because one of the things that they wanted to do was to keep it for individuals who were born in Dominica. But they realized, how can they know this? Because when it's intended, they tint you as a Dominican when you buy a CBI pass, the Dominican citizenship. So they cannot know who is who. And therefore, everybody had to pay because of what you have done to Dominica. It's not other people trying to destroy CBI. You, when you raise money on the basis of the people and there's no accountability factor and people trying to find out about the CBI program that you claim you provide the accounting for, especially to Lennox Linton. You have not done so yet since 2019. You said so. It's 2024. And you are yet to provide that. And when people are trying to find out about the money that is rightfully due to the Dominican people, you're making it seem as if it's they that are trying to destroy it and not you. So you are the one who caused Dominica to lose visa-free access to United Kingdom and a number of countries. Even Guatemala. Guatemala removed visa-free access from Dominica. I scare it. And I think there's a reason why that is, this is my speculation, because I was thinking, why Guatemala? But it seems like Guatemala is South America, and individuals from overseas who have Dominican passports will probably fly to Guatemala to then try to come up into the United States via backdoor entry. It could be that. Interesting. Let me see what you guys are saying right there. Charles Doty, Skerrit, you know how much Dominicans that leave the country after night landing? What night landing have to do with Dominican progress? Well, he's pretty much saying that Dominica now has night landing, and he's the one who caused it to happen. Great. Dominica should have a night landing a long time ago, but apparently Skerrit doesn't seem to know this. Because if United Workers Party was still in government, we would have an international airport already. monies would not have been going crazy like that. Probably would have to do some expanding on whatever in that international airport to meet with modern standards, but that's fine. But now we breaking ground for international airport, as if we are not the last in the Caribbean to have in St. Vincent have an international airport. St. Vincent. And Skerrit said a while ago people didn't want them to build international airport. Skerrit himself indicated at a particular time that international airport comes with a cost, and therefore Dominica should not be worrying about international airport. He himself said that. So you have to be mindful of what Skerrit says. Sometimes they sound nice, but you have to wait on reality. And not just what Skerrit's saying. Generally everything, wait on reality. Right there. Brandon Collier, how was it done in the past with an international airport? What? Well, so when United West Party them did their thing, I think it was about $200 million they linked up with Cuba, they linked up with a number of folks for them to actually do the ground testing and everything. And they did all the tests, so forth. They had other international people looking into it as well, so that the ground was conducive, everything was conducive, everything was a go. All they had to do was build it, and build it in the next state. That would have taken between probably 2000 2005. We would have an international airport by 2005. 19 years later is when Skerrit talking about international airport after they take over. So let that sink in. Cuba and all of them, Venezuela, all of them were involved in this thing, you know. So those who know. Those who don't know. But a lot of people don't know. So when Skerrit come and says and hoping on the ignorance of the people, and therefore you will spew these things. Just like I mentioned when he talked about the housing thing. He told the landlords in Portsmouth, I was there. He told the landlords in Portsmouth that he tried to keep all the housing for the locals. But he forget that I was there in the groundbreaking ceremony, that they tried to give 400 new buildings, 400 new apartments to the students, taken away from the landlords right there. So don't let Skerrit come and tell anything because it sounds nice, you know. How was it done in the past without an international airport? Well, people used to just go back Antigua, or they'll have to overnight in Antigua or something. Overnight in Antigua, overnight in Barbados, overnight. There's a lot of overnighting taking place right there. So night landing was kind of good, no doubt about it. Night leaving as well was kind of good right there. Didn't Dominica have a good agricultural sector in the past? Yes, Dominica definitely had a wonderful agricultural sector. And we're talking about in the tune of between $260 million per year, between $80 to $260 million per year in agriculture, brothers and sisters. Now it's down to about $5 to $15 million per year. Let that settle. But they will talk about agriculture. What's wrong with I have no idea what's wrong with my camera, man. My camera just tripping. Look, it's stuck. It's stuck again, not true? Guys, I'm gonna end this anyway, so we'll see how the guys click the thumbs up button for me, please. I think there are concurrently 90 of you guys in the building right now. Click the thumbs up button for me right there. Cameron Dupini is saying some years ago, you Skerrit brought the Prime Minister of St. Vincent, Ralph Gonsalves, during an election campaign to tell Dominicans we don't need an... Yeah, I remember that. He did. He did, brothers and sisters. He did. And then they built their international airports. St. Kitts. Big up the St. Kitts massive one time. Brandon, I'm referring to agriculture in the past without the airport. Yeah. Agriculture in the past without the airport. Well, we had ships. We used to use ships and stuff to send the produce out and all these kind of things. But you know, Skerrit be tripping, bro. My camera is really stuck with that. Something else. Anyways, I'll switch over to... Now, let me put myself back. Okay. And Cameron Dupini, a few months later, he was breaking ground to start building, an international airport right there. It's just very interesting when you look at what is taking place when it comes down to the Prime Minister and what he has to say. But that's what the Prime Minister says, you know. You have to take it with a grain of salt. And as indicated right there, brothers and sisters, I'm gonna be closing down right now. Like I indicated before, I would have wished you guys to definitely click the thumbs up button. Thanks for definitely watching, guys. If you guys want me to post this link, you can definitely check it out, or you can just go on this thing, groundbreaking and site blessing ceremony for the construction of the international airport, so you can check out the full thing. But it's very interesting when you look at what is taking place in Dominica, man, when it comes down to the situation. So they also had this kind of thing taking place as well, where individuals were painting mortar, putting mortar and stuff on the ground. So, and then I think.
Thank you for the members of cabinet and their families. We thank you for all of the government of the Commonwealth of Dominica. And
all right then. Anyways, guys, like I did before, click the thumbs up button. I would appreciate that. And of course, with that steady right there, brothers and sisters, I'll see you guys in the next BrBpTV reaction vibrations right there. Thanks for tuning with your boy on this here vibes. I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Sorry for all the ups and downs when it comes on to my camera. It was tripping, bro. But I think I probably need to get some new stuff right there, because what I have seems to be played out, bro. Anyways, all that stayed right there. Click the thumbs up button. I would appreciate that. And of course, guys, I will definitely see you guys in the next reaction video. It's your boy Miss Licks on this here BrBpTV. Remember, guys, be real, be positive.